Hello everybody, this is Des1250 back again with another Hardline weapon review. Today we'll be looking at the ARM assault rifle, slash I guess you would mostly want to actually call it an LMG, but either way. So let's get into the stats on this weapon and also talk about its real life form. So in real life, the ARM is just a variant of the Galil, which is a weapon that was designed by the Israelis. And it's based off of the AK platform and the way that it functions and all that. This is simply the squad automatic version of a Galil. The main difference between this and Galil in real life, like a lot of people would see, is that the handguard, or the carry handle some people call it, is missing from the right side. But overall, this is actually a Galil squad automatic variant. Other than that, there's not really much to say. In terms of its real-life usage, it's quite a popular weapon for a lot of people, especially collectors. And many of those collectors ended up first seeing the gun as its probably most famous depiction was, or one of its most famous depictions was in Call of Duty Black Ops 1, as it was an assault rifle in that game. Okay, now on to the actual weapon stats and what I think of this weapon and all that. So, the weapon stats are different on PC and console. I just figured this out like a few weeks ago, so sometimes the stats will be a bit different than what they actually are. At least what I'm reading. So, at least for PC, the max damage is 24 and the minimum damage is 13. On console, the max damage is 26 and the minimum damage is 15. From what I remember, I believe it's always 2 points upwards. So it's either a 5 to 7 shot kill or a 4 to 6 shot kill, which is just standard for ARs. Its damage drop-off starts 35 meters, ends at 60 meters. That's standard for assault rifles as well. But it has a fire rate of only 630 RPM, making it one of the slowest firing rifles. It's actually very close to the AK and how fast it fires, which is quite unsurprising considering the weapons is technically built off of an AK platform. As for its other things, its muzzle velocity is 500 meters per second, which is slightly, I believe that's average or slightly above average for the class. It has a muzzle velocity suppressed of 280 meters per second. The bullet drop is 15 meters per second squared downwards, and the magazine size is 51, and it cannot be upgraded by extended mags. The projectile it actually shoots is the 5.56 by 45. It's the same thing you see in most NATO weapons now, besides 7.62s. Its reload time when there's ammo left is 2.1 seconds, and its reload time when empty is 3.6 seconds. Weirdly enough, a lot of people think the reload on this weapon is slow. When you have ammo left in the mag, it's actually one of the fastest in the game for assault rifles, which is kind of funny, considering its massive mag size, but cool little fact there. Its ADS recoil is up by 0.35, left by 0.1, and right by 0.175. So it'll slightly kick it'll kick upwards and slightly to the right more. And there is a first shot multiplier of 2, and there's actually a little question mark right here, but there's a small segment where technically over time it actually reduces recoil. This was a thing that they implemented in Battlefield 1 as well, but it was first implemented in Hardline, where weapons dubbed machine guns in the code have slightly reduced recoil over time. Nowhere near as much as Battlefield 1, but the ARM is one of the guns that gets this bonus, so I believe it's very hard to notice, but you basically get a tiny bit of recoil lowered. As you can see, when I'm holding down the trigger, it's actually a bit less recoil than normal. Cool little fact about that, though. Its spread increase per shot is 0.05, and its ADS spread when not moving is 0.3. Its ADS spread when moving is 0.5. That's all the stats you really need to know. The rest of them are just very, very specific. But either way, time to go over this weapon. Oh boy, I'm a bit underwhelmed. but I'm not at the same time. Simply put, this weapon is the personification of what a machine gun should be. Highly accurate over range, highly suppressing fire, massive magazines, and overall just good at suppressing people. And that is what this weapon is best at. Just suppressing enemies, lighting them up, and then if you need to, you can kill them because of the accuracy. Other than that, this weapon doesn't really require any specific loadouts to do well, and I give it a 4 out of 5 stars overall. Either way, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I will be seeing you guys all later.